Hey there, it's Sandy. I'm at the Babylock Solaris and I'm still working on the table runner for Easter. And I have a couple videos before this one. The first one was where I was making this beautiful, I get back here. This one goes on the ends of the table runner, so one on each side. And they were mirrored. Then the next one next to those on each side are the doves, and of course they were mirrored. And then in the middle is the beautiful cross that you see on the screen. So that's what we're going to work on, and hopefully all will go well. So let's get going. I'm going to slow down the speed because, well, it is kind of slow. I have found that I don't know whether I need to have like the plate underneath filed. I'm not sure if it's that or if it's just that my machine doesn't like the no-show mesh for doing this placement stitch, but I've done it before. I've already changed the needle, so it keeps getting hung up like when it goes backwards here. So I thought, well, maybe if I slow it down, because the stitch even looked weird. But like I said, I've already changed my needle. It seems like, oh, right there. That's where it always gets stuck. It's so weird. Maybe there's something on the back of the hoop. Well, I'm going to cut this and make sure that I don't have like a big nest on the bottom. I wasn't having problems all night, and then that started happening. So I mean, this is a different hoop, so it's just really weird that when it gets to that part and when it's going backwards. So I looked at my plate to see if maybe back on the back side there was a divot, but the last time I had this fixed, when I got a new one in there was a little divot, and it's still there. I don't think it's any different, so I don't know. Just keep going, because it seems like it's only this placement stitch, and I got far enough. I know where to put the batting. So the batting, just like all the other hoops, this is the next one. There we go. Oh, I guess it wasn't done. And I'll get my directions. Yeah. This whole stitch out says it takes 30 minutes. I don't know, maybe I got another bad needle. Just kind of weird. Maybe I just never had this happen before. And I already cleaned out my machine. I rethreaded the bobbin, rethreaded the top. You know, all the regular stuff that you do when you're having trouble. So, we'll just keep going. Tomorrow I'll do even a deeper cleaning. This time I'm using some, whoops, hold on. See, it got caught there. Check that is a new spool. Sometimes I have issues like this when I have a new spool because I don't put the thread nets on. I don't know. I just never seem to need to, only once in a while. but I did kind of see it jump up there, so maybe something happened. And excuse my reach, but I'm going to put it in the second thread guide. And I'm going to clip that. There. All right. So now you're supposed to trim this, but because I do that at the end, I'm going to use the tack down line for the batting, like it says, to put this beautiful yellow background fabric. I just love this yellow. My beautiful yellow tack down. Yeah, it could be just it doesn't like the no-show mesh, because look, it's a beautiful stitch now. And it doesn't like the, oh, I see it hiccuping on this left side. I'm going to have to ask my mechanic at the sewing source, see what he thinks. Going forward, it does a good job. Let's see how it goes backwards here. I've been doing satin stitches and everything tonight. Yeah, I just don't think it likes going backwards for some reason. Today, maybe when I turn it off tomorrow, it'll be a whole new story. All right, so we've got that down. Now, it's going to stitch the outline for the cross. So I'm just going to keep that thread in there. Once again, I don't switch my threads in the beginning. Beautiful cross. And this one's got some hearts on it. Sometimes if you get a bad bobbin too, sometimes that will throw off your machine. But it's been fine till today. Maybe it's because it's rainy outside. Okay, what are we doing next? Okay, so I don't need to switch the thread because now I'm going to put down the fabric for the cross. Oh, wait. Yeah, cover placement line with the cross, making sure all sides are complete. It's interesting that it does not look like they're putting down their fabric, but it must be their fabric. It just is kind of a weird fabric in the picture. And now we'll trim after this. And I'll move you over there so you can see it. And I'm going to go ahead and speed it up since we are doing better. Hopefully you can see okay. See, now the stitch looks beautiful. It likes. Maybe I need to change that tension when I do that first stitch. Or that first tack down. No, placement stitch. That first one. seems like is the one that struggles the most. I'll have to play around with that when I do the other hoopings. If it does this tomorrow, maybe it'll be fine. Well, I'm not going to be doing this tomorrow because tomorrow is Easter. Okay, so we're going to move over to the table here. Quick. Move this over here. Don't you just love that yellow fabric? Okay, hopefully you can see it and I didn't make you dizzy. In case you missed the first two videos, I showed that in the beginning, what I was doing in the first couple videos that I made on this project. And what was I gonna say? I got this design from Designs by Juju, and I actually got it last year before Easter, and lots of things happened last year too. I didn't get it done, and I thought, you know what, I just got to go for it. I know that I owe a bag. I was going to make a bag, another bag. I had made a bag, and then I had said I was going to make another one. I am going to do that. But I just wanted to get this project done because it's been sitting in my pile since last year. And I don't think, the way it's going, I think that it's not going to take very long to do the rest of it. So all of these hoopings we've done, let's see, this will be the 5th one, and the other ones are for the outside border. So we're done with this. So now I'm going to put this back in the machine and move you back over. So here we go. Too bad I don't have another camera. I'm just not that fancy. I'm just trying to record my journey and share things that I learn as I go through the machine with whoever wants to join me on the journey. So I started with just recording with my cell phone, and then I ended up getting a tablet. I think the tablet really helps. And I keep saying I'm going to do a live soon, but I was waiting to see if I could get more subscribers before I do that, and more interaction. And I'm seeing more interaction, so I just don't think I'm probably not doing the right things to promote my channel, just because I'm just doing this to continue to push myself to learn the machine. And I know there's a lot of people out there. Okay, next. So I don't talk and screw up. I am going to... Wow, these are big pieces of fabric. I don't know why they said to cut such big pieces. Maybe I read it wrong. Okay, so there's that one. And there's that one. Make sure I'm reading this right. Yep. Stitch the tack down line. I'm going to slow this one down because it's a smaller piece. I was trying to pick colors that also went with this other fabric that I'm going to use for the backing. So hopefully these colors will look good because they're all really pretty. Now I'm going to trim again. So take it out, move it over. I'm going to move you. Close your eyes. Oh, sorry. Okay. All right, I'm going to try to do both hearts at once. So I only have to turn the hoop one time. I think the directions say we do the middle heart like this next. And I like using this. I'm sorry if I was out of the camera view. That helps me with my long nails because sometimes I can't grab things. Plus, it just helps me with my, I've got arthritis in my hands. And so there's that. Now I'll put that back in the machine. And I'm moving you back. Close your eyes. Okay, next we're doing the middle one. Placement line for the middle one. So I'm just going to use this thread, even though I had pink in there. It's funny that that thread is coming. So many weird things happening tonight. That's the placement line for the part in the middle. And now I'll do that. I could have changed threads, but this is just tacking it down. And then I'll trim that one too. This fabric matches the fabric that I have behind the doves. Okay, I wonder if I could do it here. Probably not the whole thing. Or maybe, we'll see. Not the most comfortable way to cut, but I don't have to make you dizzy. Okay, there's that. And now, it's not going to stitch around those. It's going to do, make sure I've got the right color in. Yep. It's going to do the swirly stitches now. And since it's just doing that, I'm going to go ahead and go back to normal speed. There we go. And it's going to do a really pretty satin stitch around the cross. Got to do these swirlies on all four corners, sections I should say. It'll do a satin stitch around this and all three hearts, and then it should be done. That's it. It's very simple but beautiful design. I'm going to read ahead while stitching all the satin stuff out. So after I finish this one, I will stop. I mean, I'm going to finish this one and cut the back. Like, I'll show you that one more time. And then I'll show you, if I can, try to put all the blocks together for the table runner. And then there's a black called He Is Risen. And let me look at the picture. So this is really, really, really pretty. This is, can you see it? This is what's at their site. And so up here it's got Savior, like all of these are all blacks. Oh, this is a black, this is a black. This one, there's He Is Risen. That's one of the blacks I'll be working on. And then there's one swirly one, another swirly one, another Savior at the bottom. So He Is Risen again. And so you see, those are the ones I got left to do, and there's not that much, so maybe I can do them like in a bigger hoop, put more of these together. So it looks like the next one are the He Is Risen blacks. Then the Savior blocks. Then the swirl blacks. Then the end blacks. Then it says I work on the long top and bottom border blacks. Then the short top and bottom border blacks. Then you actually have everything you need and you start putting all those pieces together. So that's what I've got ahead of me. But as far as today and tomorrow, which tomorrow is Easter, I'll just be, I will stop after I finish this one tonight. So I will have the 5 main blocks of the table runner done. And next week, I can continue on, which I think I'm going to release these 3 videos before I actually start working on those other blocks, just for fun. I have one for each main block that I made, and then I have one that I had to make to show how I use the projector to add the eye of the dove, because I had forgot and I took it out of the hoop. So there's 4 videos so far. And there will be more, because I'll try to put one video out for each of those blacks on the top and the bottom and the sides and the middle. If it's a separate process indicated in these instructions, I'll create a separate video, because having one long video to this is just crazy. I would never do that to people. I couldn't do it to myself, because I wouldn't want to do this whole thing all in one day unless I was on a retreat or something like that. It just takes a lot of time. And it's more fun if you break it up. I think I made a lot of progress today. I did more than I thought I was going to do. I was going to just do 1 block or 2 blocks. I ended up doing 5. I just couldn't wait to see how the rest of this stuff stitched out. And you can change the colors in this design, the colors of fabric and threads, to be whatever you want it to be. It's just a beautiful design. Love in the hoop stuff, but it does take time, but it's worth it to me. Okay, we're getting ready to change threads. Oh my, I got this old scissors, school scissors for cutting threads when I, let's see, what color do I need? Okay, I need this one because I don't want to scratch my machine when because I cut it at the top. These are mechanic scissors. You know, you never pull it out from this top part. You have to cut it at the top and pull it down out from here to protect your machine. So I always do it that way. There we go. Now it's going to do the satin stitch. So this will take a little bit of time, 9 minutes. But then all that's left after this are the satin stitches around here. So I can I can speed that up even more maybe. But it still says 9 minutes. So satin stitch doesn't go that super fast. So I will let that stitch out. And I'll be back. Oh, that's so pretty. Love it. And I'm just thinking to myself, I don't really have many table runners. I think I'd rather have placemats. I do have a table, but that I could put this on. But I like to put candles out too, so I'm like wondering if the candles will fit in between where those borders are. It might be a little bit too big and take, you know. Does anybody out there has anybody made this? If so, I wish you could share your pictures. That would be very cool. I've tried to share things in a part of YouTube, and nobody responds, so I don't know if it's really the right place to share. But that would be fun. But I don't really think with my channel it's probably not worth it yet to have a Facebook group or anything to do that. Because my channel is super small. And but I guess if it grows, things could change. I'm gonna look and see how many people I've got. Oh, 435 subscribers. I started last year. I think it was around this time. And I had 19 people, so people that I'm sharing with has grown. But I'm hoping that someday we'll continue to have comments and more interaction, and that is starting to happen. We're getting there. It says out of total stitch out of 24 minutes of stitching time, we're at 17. So we got 17 more, or sorry, 7 more to go. And 5 of it are the 2 hearts, or 3 hearts. 2 minutes for the purple hearts and 3 minutes for the pink one. So it's not that long. Hey, when I compare this to my that very large embroidery project with the beautiful bird what is it? Let me get the name. It is called, oh, this is the wrong book. Oh, close. Well, if you ever listen to Moore's, I think her name is Kathy. Kathy is from Moore's, and she does some really good training on the machine. She's got a YouTube channel. I just saw her. So sometimes she'll give really good information about things that I've never found in the design. It's called Sewing Tech Talk with Kathy. And, she was the one who pointed me to this understanding push and pull compensation when you're embroidering. She's got articles out there. She's under more, they're a very large sewing machine store, and she does demos and training all the time. Okay. Found the book, but now I need to change threads, so that's perfect. Time to stop with that beautiful yellow. It's my favorite color. And now we're doing the 2 hearts, and so that's the purple color. Sorry if my arm's in the way. Okay. It is called Large Size Split Embroidery Designs. This is that design. It requires 3 hoopings. And I was saying that the stitch out, even though this is taking a while, it's a lot easier than the design I just showed you. So you can do it, and you can do it with a large split design too. It just depends on what you want to do with your machine. I find it fun to challenge myself. I am glad this is almost done because my back is starting to hurt. Getting my table ready over here because we're almost ready to take it out of the hoop. All we've got to do is watch this part stitch out and change the thread one more time for the middle heart after it's got to stitch that other heart there. Such pretty, pretty, pretty yellow. And my cross has got sparkles. The other fabric that I used for the dove and the lilies was not sparkly. I thought it would be cool to have that little bit of a difference. Now, in ITH, I like the width of this. I'm just wondering, is it going to hit this pink one? I'm going to look at the picture. It shouldn't. In their picture, it comes close, but it does not hit. There's the picture of theirs. So, perfection. All right, we're under our last color. So I'm going to try to release these so that in my playlist they'll just be consecutively issued, so that one does not have to search for them, and I'll label them 1, 2, 3, 4 numerically. So I'll have them on the playlist. I think I do have it in the hoop playlist that I'll put these all in. Okay, so it's going to do the heart, and then it's got some swirlies up by the purple up here and here, an awful section. That's why that one takes 3 minutes total. And he's doing a beautiful job of satin stitching. I don't know if anyone out there celebrates Easter. We do. Or if we celebrate anything else, that's always interesting to know. Just for fun. It's very late. 1 o'clock in the morning here. So by the time I'm done, it'll be 1:30, and then I will be calling it a day and a weekend. I think I've done enough sewing in the last week to last me. Give me I can have a couple day break. Then I'll start this up again. And I think from here, I'll do that bag afterwards. It's just a cross-body bag. And there's a video out there of the one that I did. I'm just doing another one like it. Different colors. I did not really go over how it was made. I believe I just went over everything and that I used to make it. It's from Embroidery Garden, the design for the bag, and there's some really good videos they put out there, especially the one for how to make the let's see, using rivets and some of the hardware that you need to make the strap, how to make the strap. But I'll give all the information that I found out there on YouTube when I do that video. They're the experts. I'm just learning and sharing my experience. Cool. I think that's it. I think so. Yeah. That's it. So I'm trimming the thread. Take it out of the hoop. You know, after you get going on this, it's not that hard. And I'm going to move you over, so close your eyes. It's ready to come out of the hoop. And let's see, I'm gonna get that straight. Okay, then we're going to go like this. You line up this edge with the edge of that and hold it down and cut it. That goes down right up to the edge and push it down. Make sure there's no fabric there. Cut. Trimmer by George. That's what this is called. It's like my stabilizer, not my stabilizer, the batting. Got a little flipped out there, but it's fine. Okay, then I put this right along the edge there, push it down. I never push hard enough on this thing. Okay, so that's that. Now I flip this over and I use this side to get to 1/2 inch. Just line it up and cut. I love color, a lot of colors, but yellow's probably my favorite. Yellow, there's something about yellow. I love them all. Orange is beautiful. Pink, green, all of them. Okay. Sorry, one more. So that's that. And now this is the back. And so when I sew together the seams, it will be easier because that batting is nice and trimmed. So let me close my thingy-bob and put that out of the way. And this is how it, well, let's see if I can get you to go up more. I'll go this way. I can't turn the, well, I'll try to show you as best I can. This is the middle. So that's the right side. There's the left side. And then there's the other one. And then mirrored, there's that side. So that kind of gives you an idea. You can't really see, but that's it. Two of these, and one in the middle. And now the rest is going to be the borders in between, or is that called sashing? I'm not sure. And then across the top, the bottom, and the sides. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Give the video a like, share with a friend, subscribe, and I'll keep going on my journey to learn about this machine using all kinds of projects to actually do that. So thanks again for watching.